Hey Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading for October 4th to the 10th. My name is Johanna. Welcome to Tenacious Soul. We are going to go through some general messages for you guys for the week. So take what resonates, leave the rest. You can always check out your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. I did post the October readings for monthly reads for each sign. So if you haven't checked those out, feel free to do so. But yeah, let's kind of see where we go. I am going to do a bit of a different spread here this week, but let's see what your oracles have for you, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Okay, we have starseeds. We are all children of the cosmos. And then we have Lemuria is rising, returning to our origin, heaven on earth. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have path of least resistance. Be like water, flow. Okay, there's a sense of like coming home here, Virgo. Some of you could really be interested in astrology is also what I'm getting, or just kind of like getting really into spiritual stuff, but also there's a grounded element in some of you could be spending time in nature, but it's also like kind of trusting in the divine, following your intuition, okay, is also what I'm getting. We have wise woman of the grove, Grace. Number 49. And Starry Night, Acceptance, number 41. Again, there's another star type energy here. So there's something definitely with like, I don't know, the cosmos or the stars or astrology. Again, it could be something that you're like looking into. We have Willow Spirit, Flexibility, number 48. There's also an element of flow and being in flow and not resisting things, okay? Being very graceful, but also accepting things and kind of like going with the flow, being open to changes, just accepting that like sometimes when things don't work out, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It just might mean that that wasn't meant for you, right? And it's just kind of like, rather than resisting new things, I feel like you're kind of just like open. It's interesting. There's like an airy element, but also that earth element, and it's equal. Like there's 3 cards that I would consider earthy, and then 3 cards that I would consider more of an air type energy. So let's see what the tarot. Let's see what the tarot has for you, Virgo. We're going to grab 4 cards for you. What is going on for Virgo this week? The 8 of Swords is your current situation. Your challenge is the Queen of Swords. Your advice is the Emperor. Your outcome, should you take the advice, is the Queen of Cups. Interesting. We have 3 court type cards. And then we have the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is about your happiness, your joy, your wish fulfillment. Some of you are really maybe trying to achieve something, achieve a sense of stability in your life, with the 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles behind the 9 of Cups. So I feel like though you are kind of like in your head a little bit, or there's some sort of like fear or worry with this 8 of Swords. Now, some of you, it's like you feel trapped, you feel stuck, but on the other side of the sword, she has slattered to help herself get down. So I feel like it's, for some of you with these oracle cards, it's like being more in flow is maybe what you need, rather than being in a place of worry. Okay. It's like follow the path of least resistance, right? Don't try to make things harder for yourself. Sometimes just accepting a situation for what it is at this current moment is what helps you kind of be a little bit more flexible moving forward and a little bit more open to change. Some of you, this is like a situation is not working out, or a situation is not going the way that you want it to, because it's not meant to happen that way. Okay. Is kind of what I'm getting. Now your challenge here is the Queen of Swords. So very opposite energy of the 8 of Swords, right? She's very clear. She knows exactly what she wants. And not that you don't know exactly what you want, but it's like you can see through. She's like, the Queen of Swords has cut herself loose from all these other restrictions, right? She's free. And she has that clarity around her. So, and she's very wise. There's an owl in this Queen of Swords. So she's very wise, and kind of, again, just like sees things from a bigger picture. So I feel like your challenge is just to see clearly, and just view it from a very objective place as well, with no emotion, and just kind of like, okay, well, this is one side and this is the other. And the Queen of Swords is a very Libran energy, which we are in Libra time. And it's like really evaluating like you know, kind of both sides of the coin and being like, okay, well, it sucks that this didn't work out, but like, what else is this showing me, right? So it's like looking at both sides is a little bit of a challenge here for you, Virgo, this week. We have the Emperor here in your advice. There's an element of, it's almost like remember the power that you hold within to be able to get yourself out of certain situations, or that you control your situation in the sense of, yes, things happen to you in some situations, but it's like sometimes they're happening for you rather than to you. And it's realizing that like, okay, you can choose to do what you want in this situation. Like you're the one that holds the control of the situation, of, you know, almost like realizing that you're in more control than you think. Like the Eight of Swords is a card where, again, like I said, she can break herself free at any point if she chooses to do so. So rather than giving your power away to other people or other things, this is like finding the power within yourself, okay? Realizing the power that you hold in your own life to take charge of a situation, or just take charge of your life, and like that you help create the outcomes, okay? Now your outcome, should you take the advice, is the Queen of Cups. I feel like there's going to be more flow, right? This is that be like water, flow, path of least resistance. It's like you're going to be open to things. Your intuition is probably going to be a little bit more on point. There's a strong like nurturing energy. And it's just like she looks very happy, this Queen of Cups, and her cup is open. She's ready to receive and also able to give. So there's a sense of, if you can kind of master this situation this week, Virgo, it's like things are going to become a lot easier for you if you can kind of just like realize your own power that you hold, right? So let's kind of clarify and see why the Eight of Swords here in the current situation for Virgo. Why the Eight of Swords? The Moon, yeah, there's some fears here, right? Eight of Swords and the Moon. The Moon can be like things that we keep hidden, things that we feel keep us stuck, or that do keep us stuck because we choose to kind of suppress them or keep them in the shadows. So some of you, this could be like some shadow stuff coming up for you. Fears, worries, that sort of thing. We have the Star here and the Hermit. This is like, again, realizing your power within. The Hermit has the star in his little cloak here, if you can see it. So it's like finding that star power within and then putting it out there, right? Realizing the potential that you have and the strength that you have, and that you can overcome these situations. There is a need for internal reflection here with the Star and the Hermit, and some healing, but it's not something that you can't go through, okay? What is this Queen of Swords here in the challenge position for, Virgo? What is this Queen of Swords in the challenge position for Virgo? Can you clarify this Queen of Swords? The Nine of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So what was at the bottom of the deck originally? So, and then at the bottom of the deck now we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, it's like seeing the truth, getting clarity, asking questions, starting out as the page and becoming the queen, right? It's like, you know, being willing to open yourself up, free yourself, be open, ask questions, express yourself, communicate. Maybe communicating for some of you like what it is that you want. Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups is like emotional stability is kind of what I'm really getting. And this Two of Pentacles, he looks very happy. He's kind of balancing the Two Pentacles, and there's butterflies and all that kind of stuff around him. So this is like you going through a bit of a transformative phase, kind of blossoming. And I feel like kind of getting that clarity is going to help open you up. But that's a bit of your challenge this week, is like finding that happiness, seeing the good things around you in your environment as well. Okay. And again, looking at the duality of things, of like both sides with that Two of Pentacles, the good and the bad, and like weighing your options and seeing that things are working out for you. You just have to be able to see them that way. Some of you too, with that Page of Swords, it's like reading between the lines a little bit of like, if you look at the situation for what it is, yeah, it maybe looks awful or maybe doesn't look great. But if you look between the lines, it's like you'll start to see like, okay, well, you know, me not being able to do that opens up space for this. And now I can go do this. Or that relationship not working out opens me up to find something better that is more in alignment with me. Or maybe now I can go do other things that I wanted to do and I don't have to go to like this event and that event just because I'm in a relationship, right? So like there's always positives to situations if we choose to see them. Let's see what this Emperor is in your advice. Clarify the Emperor in the advice for Virgo. Why the Emperor in the advice? Okay, so that Page of Swords again. 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 2 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Wands. I think it's like, again, having that confidence after something that hasn't worked out. 2 of Cups, 3 of Swords is like, this is like a connection, a relationship, or even just like something that you thought was going to be really good didn't pan out the way you want. It was more disappointing and more, hurtful than it was anything else. It didn't work out the way that you were expecting. But it's like realizing that with this 9 of Pentacles, it's like the confidence and having that assurity within yourself that you can start over with this Page of Swords. Like you don't have to, you can always learn from these situations and move forward. And I think it's like realizing that the power you hold is internal. 9 of Pentacles. It's not external with people around you. You don't need other people to grow and expand and to have success, right? So this is like a little bit of like being a little bit more independent, not allowing other people to control how much growth and expansion you have, or not allowing external situations to impact how you view yourself and your value and your worth, and just having that confidence within yourself to to just like move forward and continue to move forward and change and learn and grow. You kind of have to like fight for yourself. The 7 of Wands. Some of you, this like whatever didn't work out is teaching you boundaries as well, and to protect your energy and protect what it is that you're trying to grow. Okay. Like there's new opportunities, and I feel like there's a lot of positive things about you and who you are, and things are working in your favor. You just might not see that right now this week. Okay, so there could be just something that's a little bit disappointing that makes you feel kind of stuck. And I think it's all about like finding that balance and seeing the flip side of the coin. So your outcome, should you take the advice of like seeing, yourself and realizing that you're more in control of your situations, is the Queen of Cups clarified by the Magician, and we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is like being in flow, being able to create. Okay, there's a strong creative energy with the Cup energy, and then also the Magician is all about creation. So there's strong creation here, and there's something new for a lot of you. Ace of Wands, a new spark. It's like you kind of get your mojo back a little bit by realizing and putting that energy and like back into yourself and realizing like, you know what, I am good. Like I am able to create this. I have a lot of abundance around me. 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Like you guys are good on your own. You have a lot of good things on your own. And I think it's just like remembering that. It's like a lot of times we go through life and it's like we don't realize all the good things around us. We forget to be grateful for our family. We get so caught up on like material things and our career and, all these things that are material success, but then we forget about all of the support that we have around us, and we forget about just enjoying the grass on our feet. You know what I mean? Like just like basic things, like the way the water sounds when you're by the water, or the way the trees sound when there's wind. Like it's like we forget about how good the simple things are. And I think that this is kind of like being grateful for what it is that you have, and realizing that like you don't really need things external to you. It's always within yourself. And so I feel like some of you are finding your inner power, your inner strength of like being able to create things from anything, right? It's like you have skills, you have capabilities, you have strength to be able to create new opportunities if one doesn't work out. And so I feel as though there is maybe some sort of idea or concept or spark of like, oh, this is like a good thing, because I am noticing the clouds, so it feels like an idea, but it's like a spark of inspiration. So I feel like some of you could be acting on this with this Magician card, but you also have the energy to kind of like invest into it as well. So I think you're going to kind of like get your mojo back, feel a little bit more in control of your situation when you can realize that everything lies within yourself. You don't need anything external to yourself. And it's just like allowing yourself to be that way and see the flip side of the coin. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Virgo. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out your other signs, but I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.